Hi, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Mustin, and some of you may have seen me before. I am going to be your kindergarten teacher this year at Lindbergh Elementary. And what I wanted to do before you got to school is read you one of my favorite books. And I dropped off my oldest daughter today at college. And when she was a little girl, right before she started kindergarten, I read her this story by Natasha Wing called The Night Before Kdg. And I'd like to read it to you now. I've read this to all my kids. The Night Before Kdg. 'Twas the night before kindergarten, and as they prepared, the kids were excited and a little bit scared. They tossed and they turned about in their beds while visions of school supplies danced in their heads. Oh, I can't wait to get all of our school supplies organized. Erasers and crayons and pencils galore were stuffed in their backpacks and set by the door. Outfits were hung in the closets with care, knowing that kindergarten soon would be there. I bet you already have your clothes picked out for tomorrow. I haven't done that yet. In the morning it came. School starts today. Would the teacher be nice? Would they still get to play? Faces were washed and teeth were brushed white. Kids posed for pictures with eyes sparkling bright. Parents packed snacks and kids hopped in cars as if they were boarding a spaceship to Mars. They didn't know what to expect. Some kids brought blankets or their favorite stuffed bear in hopes they could nap like they did in daycare. Their parents exclaimed, "You're big kids. Wow, let us hold your bears and blankies right now." Because other things we don't usually use much in kindergarten because you're so big now. You won't need those at our school. The parents were worried their children would cry if they left them at school with just a goodbye. So they told their darlings, "If you want, we can stay and make sure that everything will be A-okay." And I promise you, everything will be A-okay. Some of you, if you don't know me, might be a little nervous too. You're like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know who this is." I promise you, everything will be just fine. The teacher then greeted each one with a smile and invited the students to stay for a while. So tomorrow we'll say our goodbyes outside. And then Mrs. Mustin will bring you inside. And we have desks and a carpet area like this where you can sit. You might even find some friends that you know in our line. The room was all filled with toys, books, and maps. But where were the beds for mid-morning naps? Do you think you're going to find any beds? I bet not. Not in our classroom. They colored and painted and played, Simon says, then tumbled and skipped and stood on their heads. They did some gymnastics. We don't have gymnastics in that, sorry, but I do love the story. They sang silly songs from beginning to end. Within just a minute, each kid had a friend. So even if you don't know anybody, you are going to meet so many new friends this year. The children were happy. They loved Miss Sunrise. It was she who was in for a giant surprise. When what to her wondering eyes should appear but sad moms and dads who were holding back tears. Their noses so sniffly, their eyes red and wet. This was the saddest goodbye Miss Sunrise had seen yet. Oh no. She gathered the grown-ups on the magical rug. then sent them away after one final hug. So right before we come in tomorrow, you'll be able to give your mommy or daddy or grandma or grandpa or aunt or uncle, whoever's bringing you to me tomorrow, one last great big hug, and then we'll be able to get started. The children all waved from the door of the school. Don't cry, Mom and Dad. Kindergarten is cool. I hope that you enjoyed this story. I hope that you're excited and getting ready for bed. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. We're going to have such a great time together. I'll see you in the morning.